Hey guys, it's me, Ice Game Boy, and today I'm going to be giving you my opinions on Teri the Hunter Season 1. Now, originally this was going to be a ranking every episode type of video review, but instead I want to look back at Season 1 of Teri the Hunter, because in a couple of months it will be 2 years since the first season came out, which was back in 2024. Now, since Season 2 is coming to its finale soon, I might as well look back at Season 1 of Teri the Hunter and see if it's still good after 2 years later. The introduction. Now, this is the first pilot of the show where Teri basically introduces the viewers to her and her world, and it's very, very short, but it works very well. Working on the pilot was very interesting since at the time this came out back in September, around the time I ended the Manti show with its final episode of the show. And yeah, the pilot is still good, just like the way I remember it. Water Gun is the real first episode of the show, and this introduces Michael and Teri for one. And yeah, when this episode came out, I wasn't sure if people would want to see more. But yeah, this is just where Teri gets a new package, and she gets a water gun and decides to play with the toy and mess around with other people until she finds out that she was using Michael's package and opens his package by accident. This is still a pretty good first episode, and my friends like it as well. Teri's friend. Now, for the second episode that introduces Petunia and his first design, very interesting to say the least. Now, besides that part I don't like, this episode is still pretty decent, and we get to see Petunia's house in some parts. Now, the other thing I never realized till last year is that Teri, I don't know why I made her a selfish jerk in the episode. Like, looking back at this episode especially, like, I guess I thought that Teri treating Petunia like crap at the end of that in some way was funny. But yeah, it's okay episode. It's not much to really say because it is short. Housefire is the next episode, and it was my favorite episode to work on, and still is one of my favorite episodes from the first season. This is kind of like where we first get to see Fast Candy and Teri's boss, manager, Dave. Now, Teri has to stop a house that so happens to catch on fire, and this is where she uses Ninja Teri, which will come back in a future season, but as of now, she uses her ninja skills to get through the fire and manage to save the kid and get out of there before the ceiling falls on her. And yeah, you guys just have to watch the episode if you want to know why working on this episode was my favorite at the time. Dr. Vic. The first episode to introduce the main villain who will be appearing in some episodes from here on out. Now, in the episode, he thinks of a way to capture Teri easily, and that's when Gerald, which is his sidekick buddy, creates some sort of bubble that cannot pop easily and basically follows to where Teri and Petunia are. And this is the first time Petunia meets Dr. Vic. Yeah, this is a really good episode to this day. Dr. Vic's design was my favorite at the time when I first made him, because I didn't work on his design before I even worked on the episode. The Fear is the episode where we get the first Michael-based episode, and to me it still holds up well, especially the opening scene of Michael getting chased by some kind of magic dark cloud. And once he gets trapped in his own house, which was originally his original house before I changed it in season 2, it turns out it was a nightmare, and he goes to Teri for help, and she takes him to the beach to help Michael overcome his fear, since he has this fear of seeing things and also the ocean. Once Teri actually needs help and is in danger, he saves her and learns to overcome his fear. And yeah, pretty decent episode. It's also character development for Michael, so yeah, there's that. The Clutch is the episode where I'm not a big fan of, and I'm really not happy by the way it turned out, honestly. This is like the first time Brianna and her dad first appeared at the time. Yeah, I never really liked the dad's design, and later on I eventually didn't like Brianna's design herself. But yeah, Petunia finds out he has a new neighbor, and she ends up meeting him and starts having a crush on him. The crush becomes too much to handle for Petunia, and Petunia goes to Teri's house for help. But then after Teri talks to him, she tries to talk to Brianna and tells her the truth, but she finds him and chases him until Petunia gives up. And then that's when Petunia tells her the truth.
What color is this monster in my hand? If it's blue, we have to make out.
Yeah, I don't really like this episode. I'm just gonna move on because the crush was not it. Dr. Vic 2, now this is my favorite sequel I've ever made, and for good reason, as this was the first episode to feature another power of Teri called Ice Teri, and this is clearly based off of Ice Mario from
You
Nintendo.
wanna rape me again?
Nice Nintendo reference I did there. Dr. Vic basically decides to make himself big from a button, and once he becomes very big, he breaks Teri's roof and grabs her and throws her in a cool room that will make her freeze to death with no escape. Until Teri realized she could observe the fridge, and basically like because whenever she's in a cold area and she's getting really cold, she becomes Ice Teri. And yeah, Ice Teri freezes Dr. Vic's face and escapes again by using her powers. And yeah, that's enough, but yeah, it's a really good sequel, and it was more like an improvement from the last Dr. Vic. Bugs. Now, all I can say about this is that if you like silly and characters getting tortured, but in a fun way and not a bad way, then you guys will definitely like this episode. Basically, Teri finds out Jello is scared of bugs, and she uses that on him as a way to torture him for fun. And that's basically how the rest of the episode goes. And yeah, it's a funny episode. Like even when I showed this to some of my friends at the time, like they thought that it was pretty hilarious. So yeah, one of my favorite episodes I ever worked on from season 1. Ice Buddy. Now, I won't say much about the story because the story that I try to work on doesn't make sense, and this is the first time we get to see Teri's dad and mom, and this is the first time in the show we find out Teri has a sister that wouldn't appear to the next episode. How convenient. All I can say is that working on this episode is alright, and I did try to make a serious story with a plot twist, and it didn't work out too well. But thankfully, after this episode, the next time I try to work on an action-based episode happens to be the season 1 finale. Teri's sister. This is the one I was talking about that introduces Derry Toonson, which is I almost said Derry, which is Teri's sister. And yeah, this is more like an episode where we get to see Derry's new house, and after she was living in a small apartment at the time, she introduces Teri to her new house basically. Michael already knows about Teri, so yeah, there's not much to say other than the voice being different. Since at the time I didn't have the voice actors that you'll be hearing around season 2, episode 4. But anyways, this is a good episode and introduction to her character. Since Teri is kind of the naive one, but still helpful and stuff. Plane High. Now this is the season finale, and for the final episode, it turns out to be my favorite episode of the whole season. Mostly because Dr. Vic, and also because this was like probably the first time I tried putting lots of background into one, which would be something you guys would see it not during season 3 for sure. Dr. Vic 2 comes in my second, and House Fire comes in my third. Brianna and her dad goes to a trip by traveling on a plane, and everything goes well and fine until it turns out that Dr. Vic is back and kidnaps the pilot. So now it's up to Teri to stop him while he puts a bomb on the plane to kill everyone that's on the plane, including Brianna and her dad. Also, Teri makes a short cameo and is the one to call Teri before the bomb was about to explode. After Teri comes and flies up to the plane, she manages to kill everyone off the plane just in time before Dr. Vic kills everybody, and he ends up crashing. So yeah, that was playing high. And honestly, working on this episode was always my favorite, and yeah, it still holds up really well. It's only 6 minutes, but it's good enough for a story like this that pretty much wraps up season 1. Overall, a good season, even like almost 2 years later. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my season 2 review if this video does well enough. Peace.